Hi everyone, Sandy here. Welcome back to day number 6. This is Saturday, October 29th. This is day 6 of my 13th project for my 13 Frights Before Halloween 2022. I'm still working on this junk journal, so today I'm going to finish up the inside portion of this front cover. So I've got a few things laid out and then I'll pause and gather up some more. So I'm going to work on this first, and so gonna do some inking and gluing it down. So I'll be back in just a second to show you what I'm doing. So here on this side, I went to my stash and pulled out this beige lace. So I decided to use some beige, maybe add a little bit of ink to it. I'm not sure. Let's see. To kind of brighten things up a little bit. Got a lot of gloom and doom going on here in this Halloween junk journal, of course. So this is going to glue on right in there. So I just kind of inked with a little light brown, just a tiny bit to kind of stain it up. I found this in my stash. The camera's not showing it up, showing more brown, but it has kind of a purple hue to it. So I thought that's a real pretty lace. Got some silver bits here in that scroll in my Halloween stash. I still have a silver owl. I'm going to add a little brown ink around the white edges of him, just a tiny bit. I have this cute little frame here that was in my stash. I have some of the fun paper, Halloween paper collections. The edges up some. Then I'm from an old collection, an authentic collection. I had this cut apart of this witch in a frame. It says Halloween greetings. So I really like how that looks. I'm going to use that. And then I had a little bit more of that plastic. It's just oddly cut. So I'm going to put that over her. And then the frame, just kind of frame her and still leave the card. So I'm going to glue all that down. Over here on this side, I'm going to keep it real simple. I have a scrap of the paper that has skeletons. And I'm going to glue that down. And then I found this black frame and some of my Halloween bits and pieces. So I think that's going to look really good around that. So that's what I'm going to be doing for these two sections here. This and here I may cover with some washi tape or something, or some ink, Sharpie pen. So I do want to cover that up down in there. So I'm going to speed up the camera and start gluing stuff down. Okay, so I've got these glued on. Add a little more bits from my collection. Put some plastic over the skeletons as well, because I just like the spooky shininess of it, the way it makes it look. And then got those frames. Put the washi tape here, the wide one here, and glued it down. And then took my bone folder and made sure that I gently burnished it so that it still folds here on my cover. So when this one opens up, we still need to do here and in here. So we have this little booklet. I'm going to leave it plain because photos or different cut aparts or things can be added in. Here on this piece here, I haven't glued anything down yet. I have this little cut apart little pumpkins all in a row, putting on a pumpkin show. And then I took a bit of the same lace and some of the gauze, a safety pin, a piece of paper bag, a piece of corrugated cardboard. I have a paper clip here, and I'm going to paper clip and glue it on. So for the front of this little cover. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue on the center of it. I don't want it completely glued. Oops, and I'm going to attach that like right in here. And then these little pumpkins piece, I'm just going to glue that in kind of in between the paper bag and the corrugated cardboard a little bit, right like this, so we can see them. And kind of stick out a little bit, wipe that off on the back. So we've got that. So we do have some images here. This is Woolworths, a bunch of masked trick-or-treaters or monsters behind the fence with the trick-or-treaters here. I think that's really cute. I'm gonna glue that on. I'm gonna let some of it stick out of the little booklet. So this came from the same set as that one here. I think it was authentic paper. So that just kind of sticks out a little bit. We got the paper clip here. I'm gonna stick that back on. Oops, don't want it up there. I want it more in here. Kind of like it's holding that little pumpkin thing down, just like that. Okay, so we've got that. Let me find something here, like this journaling card. I'm going to stick that in like that. And I'm just going to keep looking, and I will turn the camera on when I start putting more things in. Okay, so for this glassine bag here, I want to make it a little sturdier. So I cut a piece of paper, this Halloween paper with wordings, and I cut it to go inside this bag here to kind of just slide in and strengthen this up just a tad, like that. So it's like that. I also have my some more washi tape. I think I'm going to put some right here just for a decorative look. Kind of put this pattern on there. Oops, tear it. If I need to, I will put glue on it. Right now, I'm going to just leave it like that. So we got those in like this. I may find some more cards for that. Inside this pocket, I have these that are that real vintage look, just gestures and costume party looking cards. And I'm just going to tuck them in the pocket here, like that. We got that. Then this lifts up. So you can see that in there. That's where you could put a letter or something. Let's see, I have this. I was going to clip in there. Just an extra little something. Put this back. I have this little, which better have my candy and this cute characters here like this. I'm just going to fold this in half. Kind of straighten it up a little bit maybe. And do some inking on that. And there will always be places where I can add more stuff in as I find things that I like. I'm just going to stick that in here. I like that image, so I'm going to put it in backwards. I'm going to stick it in like that. Kind of spooky looking. Cut this the height. I'm just going to insert this in this pocket of the bag. Bring that over. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down on the front. You could leave it loose if you wanted to, like a flap. I'm just going to fold it over and glue it down onto the glassine bag. Got pieces of the bag showing. Just go ahead and burnish that. I cut this out of a cut apart. I just roughly cut it, and I'm just going to glue him right there on top. Okay. So there's that. We've got a pocket. I can find something to stick in there. Got these cards here like that. So that's where I'm at so far. So I've added an owl here, some more of the gauze. I tied this brown dyed lace on the pin. Here in the pocket of this one, I have a little black paper bag that's crafted inside. I put three different strips of washi tape on it, then glued this little Halloween greeting on it. So you could put a note in here or something, and I'm going to just tuck that in that pocket right there. And then, of course, you can see this one through the pocket. We've got that. This one, I took some washi tape, teared it on the end, put it on this clip, and I put those two tags in that pocket there. You can still put some more stuff in behind there. There's plenty of room. So that's what we've got for that. So now we need to finish working on this part here to finish up today's part of this. Yeah, junk journal. And I forgot that this is going to show through that. So I may move that if I can. I don't know if I like that there. It's already glued on good. But we're going to see. I want to see if I can pull it up and move it maybe. Scoot it over. It's not glued on the edges. I can maybe move it just enough. We're going to see. Let's just tear that right there. You see how that looks there. I don't know if I like that showing. So I can get some of that off. So pay attention if there's something you don't want to be seen from one side or the other where it's folded over. Now I'm okay with it like that. So I'm going to ink that where it's kind of torn right in there, or this part right here. Just get that inked up really good. And then I'm going to trim this off the bottom a little bit, make him a little shorter maybe. I don't know. I'm going to scoot him over like that. I'm going to put something back there behind him. Maybe a piece of lace. So the lace can be peeking through. I'm fine with that. I just didn't like the image of the owl, the little silver bit of the owl. It's just me. I just didn't like that as much. So I think once that's like that, yeah, that's going to work fine. Pull it down just a little bit here. Put a little ink on that. Make it look like that's what I wanted, right? Then I'm going to put the owl further in. I don't want to waste him. Put a good amount of glue on him. And then kind of position him right, maybe right in that, underneath there, kind of like that. Get that glued in. Let me find some other element that will go right there. Okay, so I glued a little bit of that floral washi tape right there. Put this little diploma looking piece from my collection there. I've got ink on the lace, but I'm just going to spritz some water on it, kind of muddy that up a little bit. So when this is tied together, that's not going to show. I just need to make sure this piece here is not too thick right here. So this, I think I'm going to leave plain. I'm going to put some kind of paper here on the back of this envelope. I like the wording paper with the blood spots. So I'm going to put a mark right there, and put a mark about right here. Okay, and I'm going to tear across and then the side. That. And we're going to ink the tear some. Inking the whole paper here. And then I'm going to plug in my heat gun, and I'm going to spritz it with water to age it up some and dry it. So let's spritz the paper, see how it runs there and get that look to it. Rub it in where it's dripping. I don't care. I pick it up with the gauze down there, my tie. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this. And this is one way how I age. I don't know if I showed you earlier. Age paper that's not tea dyed. You can do what I call the faux tea dyed, and by using your heat gun, you can really make it start curling. Get that look you want. Just make sure you don't catch anything on fire. My heat guns are really hot. It's a Wagner. I love how quickly it can age stuff like this. I don't know if you could hear me talking with that going, but like I was saying, it really heats things up and ages things really quickly. So this is going to glue right here on the top of this piece. Lots of glue here to make sure it sticks down. Here. I'm probably going to put some more washi tape. Maybe not. That extends over. Let's see if I can get it to fold. Find my tool here. Kind of burnish it right along that edge, that fold line. Fold it up. Just like that. And then we'll put something here on this other side too. I didn't like how the envelope really turned out, so this I'm going to leave plain, unless I just put a journal box type thing, like maybe up there. That's where I could write a date or something like that. Like this. So now I need to find what I want to do to this part, and then some things to tuck into the pocket here that we have, double pocket we have made right there. Okay, so let me look. So I cut this piece of fat paper to fit on that, and glue that down over the envelope. Which will leave a little bit of what was inked around the edges. I have these cut aparts here that I trim down a little bit. Cut out some more paper that I had in my stash. I'm just going to slide these guys in. Let them kind of peek out just a little bit. That, and then these over here on this side. And got a pocket there. There it is. For now, and those look like that. Got that wood look back there on the back, and that right there. Now the only thing is, do I want to put something here? Strip of paper, something to kind of break that up. So this kind of goes in with the little booklet over there. So that worked out great. Again, the washi tape is really good to kind of dress that up some. So I'm going to tear some of that off. I don't even know what this is. It's just some kind of, I think it's Tim Holtz. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to put that on there. I think it will stick. Another one of these pieces here. And where's that other one? I like that one with the flowers. Okay. So I think for today that is the outside, the inside of the outside. So let me close this up so we can take a look. So what this would be tied together like that. That's the front. This opens up. We've got this area here. I've got this decorated here. My a little more glue right here with my owl and a little bit on the lace here. Okay. Press that down, let that dry. So this lifts up. We've got the pretty lace and the images here in the plastic. This lifts up. Got this space here. We've got this flip. These pockets here. This flips back. We've got this pocket in here. We've got this little booklet here that opens up. We've got all these pockets and elements in that. This opens up. Here on the inside we have these pockets with our haunted house. So yeah, I like how everything's looking. So when it closes up, you can just kind of close it like that in whichever way you want. And this all ties together. Hold it shut. So it's kind of like a junk journal within the junk journal. It's like that. So this part here we'll be working on tomorrow. The booklet for this one, the junk journal for this one slides in the back pocket. Just kind of work it in, or the back belly band, it's not a whole pocket, it's a belly band like that. Big and chunky, spooky Halloween junk journal. So we'll finish up on this tomorrow by working a little bit on the journaling pages actually inside the composition book. So stay tuned. Check back with me tomorrow for the last day of my 13th Fright Before Halloween, day 7, which is on Sunday. I'll be wrapping up this series, this collab for YouTube, and I've had a great time working on all these 13 projects. So I'll probably on Halloween day have a slideshow video here on my channel, just kind of reviewing all the projects that I've made. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.